most love to do in my life is dancing and fighting. So I called that number straight up away and I said, please, 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 you gotta take me because that role's just made for me. Oh, they were great. Yeah, I'd never even met them before, you know, but as soon as I met them, that dance partner was just the one for me. I just put one hand on his shoulder and he just put his arms around me and we were away and waltz. That's just my most favorite dance to do. And they put me against this guy and he was as tall as a house. And I just thought, I'm gonna climb up that guy and I'm gonna punch him in the face. And so that's what I did. Oh, it's just so exciting. I'm just so happy to be part of all of this. Some people say it's rubbish, but I think it was amazing. Well, it has to be either the dancing or the fighting. And because I love them both, it's really hard to say. They're just between us, the actors, you know.
Oh, wow. Oh. Sorry for the delay, guys. I'm under pressure. I'm making another film at the moment and this is just a bit of a break. How you doing? Yeah, no, my researcher said you wanted to chat about, when I read the script, what jumped off at me was the thrill and the excitement of what was happening in the film, and I just thought, yeah, I'm doing that, the whole shark thing, shit, scaring the beach, and then the three guys going off out to the sea in the little boat, you know, and that line, I'm going to need a bigger boat, you know, it was brilliant, and we forced them to see the shark, and no, oh, it's not that film, no. The Western. Well, the Western. Well, it was, again, as soon as I read the script, I said, that's just brilliant. I love the Western, yeah. It's the family feel of it, you know, the way they all lived in the one house and all of those kids and the granny and the grandma lived there and they used to sit around the dinner table and all pass the food around. And I played the eldest boy, what was his name, Tom Boy or John Boy or something. And then that was a Western, wasn't it? It was set in the West in Virginia Mountains or something. Wasn't that Western? Oh, okay. What Western are you talking about? The one with the sheriff? The one with the singing sheriff and the crazy kid. Yeah, I remember it well. Oh my goodness, yeah. And the bar fight and the mariachi band. Yeah, stop for you, yeah. Yeah, and that mad looking guy, he wasn't even part of the film. The guy who sat at the bar with the eyes like that, I don't know who he was anyway, but yeah. So, what inspired me to do that film? I'm sorry, okay, so we'll start again. What inspired me to do? Yeah, just 1 minute, one more minute. I'm nearly finished here. What inspired me to do that film? Well, obviously I opened the script and I seen there was lots of hip flasks. I said, that's it, I'm in. Hip flasks, me, win-win. On my way. Right, good luck lads, have to go. Cheerio.
Right here, please.
Could you try and sort this a wee bit for me, please? I think we're going to looking right. Yeah, that's good. It's Glenn MacArthur.
Nice to meet you, Mr. MacArthur.
Yes.
Lovely to meet you.
Have you not seen any of my work?
Could you tuck this into your shirt and up there?
I don't really need makeup if you don't mind.
Happy to carry on, Mr. MacArthur, yes?
Yes, fire away. Don't believe anything the press say, you know what they say. I'd like to think that this is going to be quite a production. I've always been kind of fascinated, I suppose you could say, with the cowboy western genre. To be quite honest, between you and me, I was actually I was coming through to the old country over from Hollywood, and well, en route to the Côte d'Azur, to my wee pad there. And well, it's nice to check in. Let's face it, to the old place, and well, you know, I was approached, and as you are, and invited to play this part. So, okay, it's always nice to contribute something back to the old place, and help these young actors along the way, and I kind of offer some of my experience, and I hope that rubs off, really. One's willing to make sacrifices, like I say, it's nice to put something back, and although I'm originally actually from near Edinburgh, I mean, I do believe actually it's quite fascinating. They recreated an entire village to look like some downbeat kind of Midwest trading post. It's incredible.
Actually, no, that was an actual village.
It wasn't the set that they made for. Right. Well, it's certainly very authentic. Well. They chose the right place, I would say, for it. And that old tavern we were in my word, that was like an old flea pit from the Midwest. Incredible. I mean, very authentic. What they did there, marvelous job. The production team were outstanding, I have to say. One is willing to work below one station, you could say, and I like to think that my contribution will perhaps sort of catapult it into perhaps being added to the pantheon of Western films through the ages. I mean, perhaps a modern classic, I would like to think. I do think it's got that potential, I have to say. At the end of the day, an actor of my calibre, playing two parts in one film is really nothing new, actually. Initially, I was a wee bit disappointed that I was informed that I was to be, just to come in at the very end of the film. But of course, it was the denouement of the film, and of course, being given the two parts, obviously, to appreciate my calibre as a seasoned actor, you could say. So yes, I certainly I rose to the challenge, and yes, I think I'd like to think that I pulled it off. I like to think myself as an original. You might ask what are my influences. I don't particularly think about these things. I think one has to just go with one's natural abilities and talents and pave a new path. And I don't feel I fall into any particular school of anything, really. I am my own person, and yes, I think my following appreciates that. I like to think that I stand alone in many ways. Yes, I would say a modern classic. I mean, I don't want to be too premature, but at the end of the day, I'm in it. Let's face it, and people do want to see more of me, and it's been a quiet couple of years, I have to say. So I think they'll be coming out. I think they'll be coming out. You see, yeah. Sorry.
Would you like to take a moment?
No, it's been a quiet couple of years, but it's when one looks at one's life over a period, one realises one shouldn't get too emotional and too caught up in the present. I mean, sorry. Yes, it is a pleasure. It is a pleasure, and I will stop there, shall we?
Yes, that's great.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. It was a real pleasure for me. Here?
Sit down and I'll put the mic on you.
Are we rolling? No?
Yes.
You want me to help you? Are you?
Letters, mate.
Yeah.
Watch that shirt.
Yeah, I
designed it myself.
Nice.
Wow.
I'm professional model and shirt designer. You be careful with that stuff there. What's that flash there, you long knee? Makeup girl. You need a new makeup girl.
Yeah, so I'm just getting some focus.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. It's lovely.
How I became involved in it. Oh, look at this. These are the props, what we're working with. I don't want to talk about this shite anymore.
Well,
I want to talk about me. Nightmare amateurs, that's what it was like. I don't want to talk about this, that's history of the past. I want to talk about the future. My future. No, my future. My future. You haven't asked me what I'm doing next or what my current project is. Well, I'm going, my next starring role is going to be the piratical version of A Christmas Carol in space, on ice, the porn musical version. And I'm going to be Captain Dangerous. What?
Oh yeah, that's
I'll show you Dangerous.
very dangerous. No. I can.
Okay.
I can. No.
Right,
Just
in
leave
you
it
come.
like that.
Okay,
no,
so
I can't.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've got to make time for the little movies. I'm sick of all the big movies. I wanted to do something real. But it definitely felt very authentic when I was there, rustic, old school. I was very, very happy to be a part of it. I was in character the whole time, so the downtime we had was different for them, I'd say. Different. It's difficult to really take in the character of deputy, you know. That was maybe the hardest bit, but, you know, it's just another day. For me, it's not work, it's every day. I've got to express myself, I've got a lot of stuff going on in this head, and it'd be wrong of me not to share. Doing so many things, you've got to play the instruments, you've got to tune them, you've got to set them up, you've got to go set to set, but it really did just feel like it pulled itself together. Well, we don't get on, but yeah, he was in a dark place then, as you can see from the art. Look, my agent spoke about this, and I think we'll just move on. You can read all about it, and let me tell you, it's all true. It was a long 8 hours filming that day, so a couple of months off, you know, spend a bit of the fortune, party a bit, travel the world, really find out who I am. So I've got a couple of really nice, down-to-earth 5-star resorts booked, a couple of cruises, you know, get in touch with the ocean, and you know, I'm going to try not use the private jet as much. It's a classic, you know, much like the old school movies of the past, Daddy Daycare, Matrix 1. It's going to be timeless. Absolutely timeless. Oh, thank you, thank you. Real art.
Right here, is this okay? Yeah, that's good there, good there. Good there, just get this like that, yeah. Yeah, and up, yeah. So, yeah. Listen, thanks so much for coming in today.
No
It's
problem.
really
Nice to
I'm
meet
a
you
real
as well.
big fan. A
Thank
real
you,
big
thank
fan.
you. As long as we steer away from the more personal questions, I'll be okay with this interview.
So are there a few things that you don't want me to discuss?
Let's kind of steer away from Sven and my life with him.
Okay. I wouldn't mention Sven. That's fair. Okay, that seems fair to me. Okay. Yeah. Anything else that you'd like to avoid?
Well, I've played some, I've had some past roles that I'm not too proud of. Probably the Goofy role. I'm not really
Goofy. Okay.
Yeah, when they made me dress up as Goofy and play that role. So let's steer away from that as well if we can.
That's fine. No, let's do it. Okay, ready to go. Here we go.
Cool. I'm good. Thank you, guys. The producer, he was a great producer. He did a good job. The other actors, Finney and Kieran, all they did the entire time was just drink. It was a hot mess. The set was a mess. Other than that, the production, the cinematography, it was great. But the cast, it seemed like a majority of the time, they didn't take their roles very seriously. And it was just it was a bit of a hot mess. But in the end, it ended up turning into a good film. I believe that I carried most of it. But that's how the film industry works these days. Well, earlier in my career, I did some B movies. Well, they weren't even B movies; they were like D movies. Being an actor and being in that role, and I'm used to it. So no, it really wasn't too much out of an atmosphere that I'm used to working with. You land in these different films, and of course, there's going to be a level of unprofessionalism. Oh yeah, of course. I mean, most films that I'm in, they do really well. Hopefully it goes up for an Academy. I would love to get an Academy from this. We'll see how it goes. It's done well so far. But we've got some naysayers out there as well, saying that some of the actors overacted and they were a bit forced and this and that and the other. But we'll see how it turns out. No, not at all. That was, in itself, that was a funny role. I don't even want to get into it.
The kids loved it though.
Oh, they did, but I don't want to talk about that film. That film's in my past. We're talking about Hi Buffoon, not me dressed up as fucking Goofy.
Okay.
Yeah, at times. I haven't been to church for a long time now, so I've kind of fallen off the religion wagon. No. I mean, I've had many of pinnacles throughout my career. I think now, at this point in time, I'm probably just going to go and take a vacation over to possibly the Bahamas, or maybe, I don't know, Cuba or Pakistan. I don't know. I have no idea. At this point, I'm just kind of waiting for the next script to land on my my manager's desk, and then we'll take it from there. But we've got some stuff in the works with Netflix where I play a disabled veteran ex-porn star, and we're going to see where that role takes me. It's a pretty authentic role. We'll see, though.
Challenging.
Very challenging. So,
do we expect to see Sven in any of the photographs with his tight Speedos in the Bahamas?
He does wear those Speedos well. Probably. He goes everywhere with me. He was on the set of High Buffoon. A lot of people on the set didn't like it. They because he does wear pretty, tight clothes that exaggerate certain areas of his body, and that's fine. I think I enjoy it.
Well, I think actually, from what we've heard from the crew, it was more the animal noises coming from the Winnebago that was more the issue, to be honest.
Well, that's probably from the films we were watching. I don't know what else. They may have been reported, but it's probably because we're both into nature films, so I'm sure that it was probably the films we were watching. I don't think there was anything else outside of that going on. It's illegal. Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate you having me.
Is that okay for you there, sir? Pleasure to meet you.
I'm sure it is for you.
fan.
Yes, I'm
Well,
sure
actually,
it's
we're
a
probably
pleasure
not
for
supposed
you.
to,
Nice to cover your work, as they say, but
Okay.
never mind. Willie DeVille, leading exponent of the thespian art, Shakespearean, of course. Well, I say Shakespearean, and well, actors is a bit strong, I'd imagine, for the cast of this particular movie. However, certainly, if you're in between jobs, which is not something that I'm ever afflicted with. I mean, I'm very, very busy, very busy. I think Buffoon is the Irish chap, isn't he? Is he, or is he the Scottish fellow? There's Buffoon is Irish, very good at being Irish. Well, Ajaxy it's called. I mean, I'm never far from Ajaxy, but that's another matter. We won't discuss that. The same sort of authority that I exercise in Othello, I brought to bear in this role. It's stood me in good stead, I would say. Stood me in good stead. No, you've got to watch what you're saying now. There's excitement and there's excitement. As I say, spacey by name, spacey by nature, and he's apparently very spacey in that department. Yeah, I mean, I can understand my personal nomination. I can understand that, and I sincerely hope that on the night it's not another La La Land. Personally, I don't think I'll go. I'll be busy with King Lear. As you know, that's my next Shakespearean production. And 3 lovely ladies actually playing my daughters. Unfortunately, I kick with the other foot, so to speak, but they're very nice to look at. Very stimulating, I have to say. Certainly a far cry from treading the boards, I have to say. I mean, you're on location, and some of the chaps you're actually on location with, rather savoury chaps, I have to say. Not my cup of tea, not my cup of tea. I sincerely hope there isn't a follow-up. I mean, financially it's been very good, so I may consider it, but they talk about De Niro, they talk about Pacino. Method acting. Rob can express the full gamut of emotions from A to B. I won't say any more than that. But yes, many stories that no doubt in years to come I shall recount as I get older and wiser. As you know, I'm one of the stately homos of old England. Well, Hollywood is smorgasbord, if you like, you know. I just didn't know where to look, where to go, but suffice to say I didn't have to go very far. But Hollywood is yes, wonderful place, wonderful place. The hell I am. So you have to remember, who's going to forget Willie DeVille? The hell I will. It's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Hi Buffoon, I thoroughly recommend it.
Didn't want to go this morning. Polly's gone, didn't want to go this morning. Polly's gone, didn't want to go. Shot him in the head with my foot.